Yes, so I'm back once again. It's been a while, hasn't it? You know, past few months been a bit crazy, but I thought either I can wallow in self-pity and depression until come nothing, like a shell of my former self, or just get out and experience the world bit by bit, step by step. So that's what we're doing now. As you can see, in the park, see the river, few ducks over there. Earlier there was a lot more. Probably upload that video as well. But let's talk some boxing and MMA. So let's start with the most recent. Yeah, man. Most recent UFC event, Max Holloway, man. Actually, let's start down the card and talk about Max later. So we had Conduit versus Matt Brown. I mean, two veterans going at it. Nothing too wrong with that. I think they both should retire personally, but if they're there, why not feed them to some prospects, see how they do. So yeah, pretty good performance by Conduit. Fail to say really. You got Lei Liang knocking out Ponzinibbio. Man, that left hook was there all night. Ponzinibbio looked horrible. He looked terrible. He wasn't like ring rust is the real thing. He just wasn't confident and sharp in himself, and he just didn't adapt to the right hand left foot combination. And eventually he just landed, pulling straight back, throwing the same combination again and again, and Santa Ponzinibbio didn't do anything about it, and then really just cleaned them out good. Good win for him. I mean, we'll see where he goes. And the main event, man, Max just overwhelmed Qatar. I mean, yeah, Max is one of the best, if not the best, featherweights. I mean, he just technically broke Kevin down. Took away his jab, took away his straights, took away his leg kicks. I mean, he was definitely open throughout the fight, but Qatar didn't take advantage. Instead, he just stood there. He would throw a combination to stand there, and then Max would just overwhelm him. He would throw one combination, then throw another, then throw another, and just overwhelm them. And you see the body shots Max was landing. Oh, those were killer. The body shots were killer. Like Qatar couldn't. He stood there with his hands held up. If you know anything about combat sports, you just stand there with your hands up. Eventually, you're just gonna get overwhelmed and beat up. So good performance from Max. Qatar hopefully will learn from that and come back stronger. But I doubt it. I think that's the peak Qatar was gonna get. He'll probably be a top 10 fighter, but he ain't getting any better than that. That was the opportunity, and Max was just on another level. So yeah, there's that. Max technically is one of the best fighters. Like I said, he took away all Calvin Kattar's best weapons, and he just slowly broke them down. He knew his strengths, his weaknesses, and just overwhelmed him. But Qatar didn't adapt. So there's that. And then let's talk some boxing. The most recent fight is Ioka versus Tanaka. Again, not adapting. Like, first of all, I've got to say, Ioka's top pound for pound. Everyone loves to talk about, higher weight divisions like, Charlo, or Spence, Terry Crawford, but none of these guys are on Ioka's level, man. This guy is just amazing. Like, he doesn't do anything flashy, but like, he just does. He's so fundamentally sound that he could beat any top guy in the round of decision any day. To me, he's undefeated. I thought he beat Nietes and Amrat Romeral. I thought that was a robbery. But yeah, he's just an amazing fighter. One thing I respect about him, he always has his hands up, even when he's throwing combination. And Tanaka, he was doing well early, but you can see the signs. Like, he just had his hands down, coming his chin up. He was throwing good combinations, but he was open for the counter. And the way Ioka set up the first knockdown and the finish was just beautiful. Timed Tanaka bouncing in, knew that his hands would be low, and just struck that left hook. I mean, you're setting it up from pretty much the first round with the right hand and the body shots, but the left hook just killed him. You know, he's just one of the best fighters. You know, so I like watching the lower weights because technically they're the best fighters, in my opinion, in the world, and they fight each other for the most part. And there's a lot less politics. People love to talk about the higher weight divisions, but they're so overrated. You got fighters like Yoka, top pound for pound fighter, just dismantling fighters with ease. Technically sharp. Knows how to stop his punches, know how to defend, know how to adapt to opponents adapting. If you want to see a technical fight, watch Yoka versus Nietes. They just went back and forth until, in my opinion, Yoka just took over. But yeah, man, hopefully we get to see him, Gonzalez Estrada, Sorek Rongasai fight each other in like a little tournament and see who's the best super flyweight. There's no reason why they should fight each other. Speaking of, these guys are top. Unlike higher weights, these guys are top fighters. Speaking of the higher weights, you have, the alleged 4 kings of lightweights. Like, really, I might make a separate video on that, but these guys, man, these guys are absolute jokes. The only one with any credibility is Teofimo Lopez, and maybe Ryan Garcia after that victory against Campbell, but like, these guys not even fighting each other, so why are they called 4 kings? And second of all, why is Lomachenko not included? I mean, we all know why, because he's European, he's not American, and he's a lot older, but that makes no sense. Teo, the undisputed champion, whether people like it or not, or whether technicality or whatever, is number 1, Lomachenko's number 2, and these guys are behind them. There's no like 4 kings, like they're not even fighting each other. Are we going to see them fight each other? Probably not. So why the hell are we calling them 4 kings when they haven't proven much, if not anything? And it's just ludicrous that fans are so dumb and dumb enough to believe all this hype. But I'm not really going to see the fights anytime soon. And these guys, they're just overrated, man. Like, I think, Garcia and Teo's got talent, but even then, like, they're not that good, man. Like, Haney, Tank Davis, they're just not that good compared to these other fighters I mentioned, the fighters I mentioned earlier. And then hyping them up for fights you're probably not going to see against fighters who are not that technically good. It's just a sad state of affair in boxing. But that's boxing for you. That's why nowadays I just watch fights for the technical aspects and don't really get involved in the politics. But yeah, I'll probably make a video about the quote unquote 4 kings. And yeah, see you then.